Ryan, what a great round here at Gainbridge. How do you feel now that you've got round one under your belt?
I actually feel good. I think it's always a good test and interesting to see how we're going to come out after a few weeks or a couple months off. Obviously, went into December this last year, but coming back to Florida, I used to live here in Orlando for a couple years, and playing this course I've played quite a few times. It's nice to kind of have this be my starting event. So I was looking forward to it and enjoyed the first day.
How is the course playing, and how do you like it?
The course is playing good. I feel like it's in great shape, to be honest. I noticed that as the day went on, the grain kind of started growing back. So coming from the West Coast, I kind of had to get used to that. We don't have too much grain back home, but I kind of had to do some adjustments in the last 6 holes or so. And, besides the last hole, I made 2 clutch putts on 7 and 8 for birdies. And so I think it's just staying patient. They definitely got firm. Obviously, I tee off at 7 tomorrow, so I feel like it's going to be a little more wet, dewy, definitely different conditions.
We've seen a lot of your workout videos, and we've also seen you putting in a lot of work in golf too. Was there anything in particular that you were working on that you looked forward to this week?
Ask me that again. So as far
as your golf game, you've been working really hard on that as well. Was there anything in particular that you were really hoping to show a difference this week?
I really felt like I could always get the putter to be better. I felt like I'm fairly a good iron striker. Hitting greens is something that I feel like I do well. So I definitely felt like I needed to get my pace control with longer putts. I made a couple 20 and 30 footers today, so I felt like, okay, that's starting to progress. I'm definitely seeing it in practice, the way putts are rolling, how I'm stroking it. I can tell coming down the last hole that old stuff kind of creeped in, so I'm going to go spend a little bit of time ironing that back out and getting back to that comfortable feel that I like and see how the rest of the week goes.
A lot of players seem that they're going to hover around -3, -4. What does it take to shoot really low this week?
My sponsor I'm staying with, Holiday Inn Club Vacations, he asked me, he's like, what do you think you need to shoot every day? And I said, if I could shoot 4 under every day, I feel like I could, give it a good run. So I checked the first day off the box. So we'll see what tomorrow does. I think, again, staying patient. The greens definitely got firm in the afternoon, so I'll be curious to see how the first couple holes go tomorrow morning at 7:05. And from there, I think just stay patient. This is a great golf course. There's some definite tricky pins out there. And I just feel like you have to put yourself in kind of like conservative spots. And I think me and my caddy Reed did really well today with that, and I think it helped.
I have a couple more questions, but Amy Rogers, I think if you have a question.
Hey, Ryan, what'd you do during the time off?
Let's see. Okay, so I didn't get to play CME. So after Christmas, I went to Tulum. I've never been there before. I got to check out the cenotes. That was amazing. If you haven't been, you need to go. They're absolutely spectacular. Went to Vegas a couple times. Don't recommend that. No, that was fun too. And then went snowboarding in Aspen. So, I had some getaways. I felt like I grinded during the week. I was able to take some time, a couple days here and there. Went to Aspen. It's kind of like a birthday trip, so that was nice. And just I feel like for the longest time I kind of stopped doing stuff like that just to prevent and protect the game. And you got to live a little bit. You got to enjoy. Otherwise, it's just a constant grind out here. So I think, doing things that I enjoy, the beach, snowboarding, surfing, anything like that, I think just helps allow this, now that season's the grind time, you welcome it more.
Just to follow up on that, you mentioned you didn't get into CME. Was that a motivator for any work that you put in over the off season?
Definitely. I felt like last year was pretty tough, so I don't think it was good in general with the whole COVID thing and all. But I just felt like it was one of those years that I just couldn't get anything going. Then getting COVID and missing the British, I think was tough too. Kind of like 2 weeks that you're absolutely taking off is kind of weird in the middle of the season. So just trying to find a rhythm was kind of hard. So I definitely, this year I felt like I kind of practiced up until Christmas, and then I knew that when I was going on vacation, I was like, okay, that would be my time off. I'll take 2 weeks off and then get back to the grind. And I really just felt like I put in a ton of work. And today it showed. So I'm happy about that.
Awesome.
Megan?
I was just going to say one of the big storylines, of course, this week that everyone's been talking about is having Annika back in the field here. What has it been like for you? Have you seen her on the range or as you're practicing for this round and beyond?
Yeah, I've seen her a little bit on the range. You know, I didn't grow up with having her, obviously, to compete against. I grew up, you know, watching her play, idolizing her, you know, following all her wins. I just feel like 72 of them and 10 majors. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. But it's really cool having her back in here. I'm really curious to see how she's doing. I haven't obviously checked the score, so I have no idea how it is. But, you know, between her and then even I saw Yanni Sang's back in the field. So there's some, you know, it's just nice seeing, you know, top players. And I'm definitely excited to see what comes of this week. I mean, someone I feel like is the GOAT of women's golf. I want to see, hey, does she still have it? I mean, obviously the game's changed a lot, but she hasn't been out here for, 13 years or something? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I started at the age of 13, so.
I'm good.
All right. And my final question is, going off of that, March is coming up, and that's National Women's History Month. Apart from golf, though, was there any female leader that you really looked up to, maybe outside of golf and in the political scene or celebrity-wise?
It's always hard. I mean, you like pieces of a lot of people. I'm not too much of a political person. I kind of run from it these days. I just feel like it's so oil and vinegar on both sides that I don't like it. So it's really hard in that sense. As far as figures, I mean, it's just like you have Serena Williams, you have Annika, you have, you know, anybody from like Jennifer Lopez, in any industry it is, you know, to go Jennifer Aniston. I mean, people that we just kind of go, wow. Like, they've done great in their scene. And yes, even the political figures, you know, Michelle Obama, anybody. I just feel like to have women that are empowered, to have women that are striving for greatness, to do what they love and to do best, I just feel like at the end of the day, when we see little girls out here, you know, wave to them, talk to them, I just want to, like, you know, answer their questions or whatever because, you know, once upon a time that was me. So, and I just think if I can do all I can do to be maybe an idol for somebody else, that's kind of what I feel like is my job.
You're definitely one of our role models. Thank you so much, Ryan, and good luck for the rest of the week.
Thank you.
Thank you.